And the microphone was on mute. Here's some more of John Keats' letters to Fanny Brawne from the 1820 February collection. And this one's dated question mark with February 1820. My dear Fanny, do not let your mother suppose that you hurt me by writing at night. For some reason or other, your last night's note was not so treasurable as former ones. I would fain that you call me love still. To see you happy and in high spirits is a great consolation to me. Still let me believe that you are not half so happy as my restoration would make you. I am nervous, I own, and may think myself worse than I really am. If so, you must indulge me, and pamper with that sort of tenderness you have manifested towards me in different letters. My sweet creature, when I look back upon the pains and torments I have suffered for you from that day I left you to go to the Isle of Wight, the ecstasy in which I have passed some days and the miseries in their turn, I wonder the more at the beauty which has kept up the spell so fervently. When I send this round, I shall be in the front parlour watching to see you show yourself for a minute in the garden. Our illness stands as a barrier betwixt me and you. Even if I was well, I must make myself as good a philosopher as possible. Now I have had opportunities of passing nights anxious and awake, I have found other thoughts intrude upon me. If I should die, said I to myself, I have left no immortal work behind me, nothing to make my friends proud of my memory. But I have loved the principle of beauty in all things, and if I had time, I would have made myself remember it. Thoughts like these come very feebly whilst I was in house, and every pulse beat for you. Now you divide with this, may I say it, last infirmity of noble minds, all my reflections. God bless you. Love, J. Keats. 24th of February 1820. My dearest girl, indeed I will not deceive you with respect to my health. This is the fact as far as I know it. I have been confined 3 weeks and not yet well. This proves that there is something wrong about me which my constitution will either conquer or give way to. Let us hope for the best. Do you hear the thrush singing over the field? I think it is a sign of mild weather, so much the better for me. Like all sinners, now I am ill, I philosophize, out of my attachment to everything, trees, flowers, thrushes, spring, summer, claret, etc., etc., everything but you. My sister would be glad of my company a little longer. That thrush is a fine fellow. I hope he was fortunate in his choice this year. Do not send any more of my books home. I have a great pleasure in the thought of you looking on them. Ever yours, my sweet Fanny. J.K. 27th February 1820. My dearest Fanny, I had a better night last night than I have had since my attack, and this morning I am the same as when you saw me. I have been turning over 2 volumes of letters written between Rousseau and 2 ladies in the perplexed strain of mingled finesse and sentiment in which the ladies and gentlemen of those days were so clever, and which is still prevalent among ladies of this country who live in the state of reasoning romance. The likeness, however, only extends to the mannerisms, not to the dexterity. What would Rousseau have said at seeing our little correspondence? What would his ladies have said? I don't care much. I would sooner have Shakespeare's opinion about the matter. The common gossiping of washerwomen must be less disgusting than the continual and internal fence and attack of Rousseau and these sublime petticoats. One calls herself Clara, and her friend Julia, 2 of Rousseau's heroines. They are all at the same time Christian, poor, Jean-Jacques Cyprien, who is the pure cavalier of his famous novel. Thank God I am born in England, with our own great men before my eyes. Thank God that you are fair and can love me without being letter-written and sentimentalized into it. Mr. Barry Cornwall sent me another book, his first, with a polite note. I must do what I can to make him sensible of the esteem I have for his kindness. If this northeast would take a turn, it would be so much better for me. Goodbye, my love, my dear love, my beauty. Love me forever. J.K. 29th February 1820. My dear Fanny, I think you had better not make any long stay with me when Mr. Brawne is at home. Whenever he goes out, you may bring your work. You will have a pleasant walk today. I shall see you pass. I shall follow you with my eyes over the heath. When you come towards evening instead of before dinner, when you are gone, it is past. If you do not come to the evening, I have something to look forward to all day. Come round to my window for a moment when you have read this. Thank your mother for the preserves for me. The raspberry will be too sweet not having any acid. Therefore, as you are so good a girl, I shall make you a present of it. Goodbye, my sweet love. J. Keats. And I shall read the next collection, which is the March 1820 collected series of notes, in the next video on YouTube.